Do you full-time live in Singapore?
No, no. I probably spend about 40% of my time on this side of the pond over here. But I'm still based out of Ohio. Cincinnati's been my home, and I never left Cincinnati completely during my entire fight career. And so no, I come over here and do some work when needed, and stay on this side on the globe for a few weeks at a time, and then head back home.
Being that you've seen Zuffa grow, how much of that blueprint can be applied, I guess, to one championship? You've seen the growth in North America. Can some of that translate over to Asia, or is it completely different?
Well, when you're spreading the gospel of MMA, like we did in the States years ago, I was used to talk to Associated Press and in different media outlets and athletic commissions in nearly every state that we went to in the U.S. And so when you're talking about MMA and its safety record and just educating not only fighters but fans and the general public, I think the blueprint won't be too different. It'll vary slightly just because culturally over here things are different. You know, in Asia, every nation over here, every country basically has a martial art that's tied to their culture. That's just basically been a part of that culture since the beginning of time. And so the way in which we go about spreading the gospel of MMA, so to speak, is slightly different. But honestly, to be honest with you guys, like, our job over here is much tougher. Like, what we have to do to spread MMA is so much tougher than what was happening in the States, because, you know, MMA was accepted basically like in Las Vegas and Atlantic City. Those were the two places that MMA events were held early on in the world of mixed martial arts once it started becoming accepted. But then you had to move into these other athletic commissions, like in states like Ohio, because they had shows where I'm from, and other states like that. But you're basically repeating the same routine. When we go into a country, like we go into a territory like Indonesia, and we're introducing MMA to Indonesia, and then we turn around and go to a country like China, and we're introducing MMA to China. Like, it's night and day difference. There are no similarities. So every time that we go into a new territory, it's like starting back over from ground zero again.
You still want to do that last fight that you have on your Zuffa contract?
I have that last fight, and it's been my goal and dream to fulfill my contract. So it is still the plan at this point in time. It's not easy though. Honestly, it's not going to be easy task for me when I'm spending several weeks over here at a time away from my the schools where I train in Ohio, my coaches and stuff like that, and of course, you know, I used everybody knows I used Matt Hume for the latter part of my career, so I would also have to coordinate, and he's our matchmaker, so I would have to coordinate with Matt on running a camp with me as well. And so yeah, that's it's still part of the plan.